course, and you must have, legendary figures now, you must have known them all pretty intimately, didn't you?
Well, I did. I've seen them in their underpants, yeah. I am, because, we all used to have to change together and, well, not change together, but I used to go dressed up anyway to the clubs I used to sing. I've been singing since I was 14 around the clubs in Liverpool. What a lot of people forget is that they thought that Brian Epstein, the lovely Brian Epstein, just came along and made the Beatles and myself and Jerry and Billy and the Foremost, all those people from Liverpool, big stars. But what everybody forgets, we were all going for about 4 or 5 years before, in and around the clubs in Liverpool. In fact, I did my audition for Brian Epstein. It wasn't even in Liverpool, it was in Birkenhead.
And then you set off around the country, and then you found yourself in London.
Oh, well, I did. I hated it. Because, you see, I was in the West End of London. Within 3 months, I was starring at the London Palladium with the great Frankie Vaughan and Tommy Cooper and the Foremost. And I was living in an hotel, you see, and it was all very daunting. Is that the right word?
That's the word.
Yeah, learned big words since coming on here.
You don't have to know what iconoclast means.
What was he talking about?
You were talking about how you hated London, first of all,
yes.
because you were a simple Liverpudlian.
I was that simple. And I only ever met tourists. I never met the real London people. It was so marvellous to me. My very best friend, when I met her and doing Ready, Steady, Go, was Cathy McGowan. It was really nice to go back to her house and have, a good bowl of soup and a pan of scouts.
Ready, steady, go.
Yeah. It was fantastic. But the first thing they did to me was throw me in a dirty big posh hotel. Mind you, I thought that was wonderful. I got into this room, and my own black and white telly, my own 14-inch black and white telly. And a telephone beside me bed. And I couldn't believe it, I was really over the moon. I picked up this phone, I went to dial, and then I remembered nobody I knew had a phone. Really biggest come down. So I was very homesick for a while. And I missed, when I did get a bit of stardom, I really missed doing the things that I wanted always. It took a long time to adjust. My favourite food was always egg and chips, or chip butties, and my favourite place to eat was the Golden Egg in Leicester Square. And when I had a number one, what were you laughing at me? It was. I loved it then. When I went there, wearing my Mary Quant plastic Mac. As I was putting a piece of egg that had dripped down my chin in me gum, someone, I got mobbed. And they pulled this button off me, Mary Quant plastic Mac. And you can't repair plastic, And I bought it with my first week's wages, and it was ever so sad then. I really miss Liverpool. In fact, when I was there the other day, and it was like, when I go home to Liverpool, I only really go to see my mum and my brothers and Bobby's family. I never venture out, I never venture out in the streets, except the other day I did, because I was promoting the new album, and it really frightened the life out of this interviewer, because they said, well, we'll go down on the main streets, and interview you there. I said, okay. So we sat there. Within minutes, it was like the cop. They were all round, and I knew every one of them. And she could not get her interview done, because she was saying, all these people around, all these women were saying, oh, hello, girl, how's your mother? Oh, she looks much better after the operation, love. She does. All things like that. It was really smashing. And I went to the local, you do a lovely radio show. You really do. But I think Liverpool have got the two greatest. It's not a put down. I'm just telling you, I'm so proud of Liverpool. And we've got the two greatest Liverpool stations in the world, Radio Merseyside and, Radio City.
No, doesn't strike a bell.
Well, if you ever go there and listen, especially I was home, and really before Christmas I was crying, because just to show you how funny, I go home there to get me sense of humour back, just to show you how funny Liverpool people are. They do a phone-in thing on these radio programmes, and it's sort of first names. You have got to guess the first names. And the catchphrase is, gives a clue, Billy, gives a clue. That's the catchphrase, gives a clue. Well, the first name, so funny, the first name was, all right, girl, What was Hitler's first name? Made me laugh. That's why I remembered when Len was on before. What was Hitler's first name? Oh, gives a clue, Billy, gives a clue. Back came the reply from Billy. Oh, hey, girl, you know, I can't give you the clue. I tell you what, look, I'll play a bit of music, love, you know. Then you can ask a neighbour or something, you know. I can't give you the clue to that. So he plays a bit of music. Comes back. Have you thought about it, love? Yes, oh, I know now, Billy, it's all right, I know. He said, well, what was Hitler's first name? She said, Heil!